Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome in the Sports Chat with Mr. 33. I am he, Mr. 33. And we're going to start up the show tonight from the Channel 9 studio by congratulating the Ohio State University as they have won the college football national championship by defeating the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. What was it? 34-23. There was two. Well, let me just start by saying this to reiterate what I said a couple of weeks ago. The college committee got the whole picks wrong, right? As they picked their top four, was Boise State and Oregon and Georgia. I can't remember the fourth team, right? But those four teams got a bye. And none of those teams made it to the national championship. You had a 7th seed, which was Notre Dame, and an 8th seed, which was Ohio State, get to the realist. What's going on with you? Right? They got to the final round, the national championship, by defeating two of the top four teams, and ended up playing. The game was close, but really wasn't. After Notre Dame scored the first touchdown on their opening drive, Ohio State scored 28 unanswered. They got it as close to 31-23, but it ended there as Ohio State got an extra field goal. So congratulations to, like I said, the Ohio State University. It's been a while since they won a national championship. But that is no longer the case as they win tonight over Notre Dame. So we'll congratulate them. They are the college football national champions. Let's go back real quick to the NFL this weekend, right? So we started off Saturday with the Kansas City Chiefs playing their first game in 3 weeks against the Houston Texans. And Kansas City did just enough. Well, they did more than enough. They defeated the Houston Texans 20 23 to 14. They advanced. Patrick Mahomes had a mediocre day, but it was like I said, it was enough. The defense had a hand in getting them to the conference finals, right? So they will be hosting the AFC Championship against the Buffalo Bills in a dramatic game yesterday. The Buffalo Bills defeated the Baltimore Ravens 27-25. Baltimore was plagued with turnovers, but they found themselves in the game. Lamar Jackson drove them down in the final minute to get the game tying touchdown, and they had to go for the 2-point conversion. On the 2-point conversion, he throws the ball to the tight end Mark Andrews. He drops the ball in the end zone, and hence your score being 27-25. So with that victory, the Buffalo Bills will be heading to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. I believe that's the Sunday. That's next Sunday at 6:30. That'll be the night game. As far as the NFC, the number one ranked team, the Detroit Lions, they played the Washington Commanders. And in a stunner, the Washington Commanders defeat the Detroit Lions 45-31. Jaden Daniels, he's doing something he's a rookie quarterback that got his team to the NFC Championship game. That hasn't been done, I want to say, since Mark Sanchez, if I'm correct. Rookie quarterback to get their team to the NFC Championship game. If we was being biblical, we could say that Jaden Daniels was in the Lions den and came out unscathed as he pulled off a victory. And with that, but the Detroit, they hurt themselves with turnovers. Jared Goff did not have his finest game with the couple of turnovers that he created. There was a fumble by Jahmyr Gibbs, and a terrible interception by Jameson Williams that cost them the game. But you have to give, congratulations to the Commanders as they go forward, and they will be facing the Philadelphia Eagles as the Eagles defeated. Oh my God, who did they play? Oh, the Los Angeles Rams. You can't say enough about Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley had a humongous game. He has literally put the Eagles on his back. He had 100 and something. He had 205 yards rushing yesterday. Compare that with the 167 yards against the Packers. He is literally saving the Eagles as he like I said, he's put them on their back. Jalen Hurts had 2 subpar games. The defense is holding teams at a very low. They're holding defenses. I mean, they're holding the offenses up to par. Coming into the game, the Rams were a very high potent offense, but in the snow, they wasn't effective enough. The running game was good, but they fumbled the ball. And when it was time to pass, they had no time to pass. So congratulations to the Eagles. So now we now understand that The NFC Championship game is two NFC East teams. So shout out to the NFC East, right? In the beginning of the playoffs, we spoke, especially on this channel, we spoke very highly of the NFC North because they had gotten three teams in: the Detroit Lions, uh, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Green Bay Packers. And the Eagles defeated the Packers, the Commanders defeated the Lions, the Rams defeated the Vikings, and now the Commanders head to Philadelphia next Sunday, 3:00. That'll be the first game, and they will be playing for the rights to head to the Super Bowl, which will be in New Orleans on February 9th. Shout out to the WNBA. The Women's Basketball League, as they have started a new 3-on-3 tournament that'll last for 9 weeks. It's called Unrivaled. It's a 3-on-3 full-court tournament that it has 6 teams, six teams with 6 players per team. You will have some WNBA players in there. You have Breanna Stewart, you have Brittany Griner, you have Jewel Lloyd, you have Sabrina Ionescu, you have a bunch of WNBA players that is premiering in this very unique inaugural season. Today was their second day. You have to really watch it to get used to it. But if you from the inner cities, you play 3-on-3 half court, and you play to a certain amount of points, whether it's 11, 21. It's the same format, but not the 21. It's 4 quarters in the game. It was on, what was it on today? It was on, I think it was on Turner tonight, TNT. But it's a pretty unique sport. It's a pretty unique thing to get you through the sporting season. And today was full of mountain basketball. But I will briefly touch on WWE Raw's Netflix, as I caught a couple of matches. I caught the the Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins won the match. He rolled him. Drew was having a bad couple of weeks. He lost his Jay, and then now he loses to he loses to Seth Rollins. Commander, what up, 9? After the match, Drew McIntyre was very irate. He retaliated. He started pounding out Seth Rollins. Then we got, Sami Zayn tried to come in and stop the beating. He did a little bit, and then Seth gets up and he tries to get at Drew, and he gets a Helluva kick in the face from Sami, right? So, he goes down, Drew rolls out. He's happy about the results. So that's how they ended Raw on Netflix. We had Sami Zayn earlier in the night declare he's entering the Royal Rumble. Kevin Owens came out and pretty much told him we can have a match like he's the champ. And they was just talking. Jey Uso is going to have a match this Saturday night's main event against Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. They scrapped a little bit. Well, Jay told him, I'm about to win this championship, dog. Gunther wasn't hearing it. Came out, uh, tried to snuff him. Jay got him, took him, whooped him up. And, the question is, will Jay win this Saturday? Will they allow Jay Uso to gain a victory and on the Saturday's night's main event and be the world champion? They done told you to tune in this Saturday to find out. It's an 8 o'clock thing, right? So the two matches that I believe it is so far is Jay and Gunther for the world championship, and they have Sheamus and Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. It's interesting because they're having this Saturday night's main event a week before the Royal Rumble. Everybody's speculating what's going on. Real as you see your boy Solo, he walked out on the bloodline, and Jacob Fatu was like, "Yo, listen, y'all gonna put some. Listen, you can cheer, boo, but you gonna respect me," type thing. So I don't know if this is a new regime for them to start another bloodline, but they trying to take people out. They whooped on Jimmy on SmackDown the other night. It's just interesting to see how they play this, right? I don't know if they're going to add any more matches to. Well, they're going to have to, but I think it's going to come from SmackDown for the Saturday night's main event. I don't know if they're going to put Chelsea Green up for the title. I just know right now they have 2 matches so far. And the fact that they only have 2 matches for the 2-hour show, they may be doing a bunch of interviews to get themselves ready for Royal Rumble. But I believe they're going to add more matches. They might add a couple more matches. They may have a Shinsei Nakamura match, maybe with LA Knight at the main event. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if the tag titles is going to be up for grabs there. I know that Lash Legend and Jakari Jackson, if I hope I'm saying her name right, but they won the NXT number 1 contenders match. So I thought it was going to be the 28th, but it may be tomorrow night on NXT that Bianca and Naomi goes over there. So we're pretty much on standby as far as the storylines and things like that of the WWE, because the Royal Rumble's coming, and we already know for sure that Roman is in the Royal Rumble. We know that Seth is in the Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, like I said, he put his hat in the ring. There's a couple other people that's in there. Did I say Seth Rollins in there? Yeah, he put himself in there. So there's at least a good 8. I also think that they're going to add a couple NXT. I think Trick Williams is going to come from NXT. They may be Omi, the champion that they have now, Omi Fama. It's going to be a great Royal Rumble, right? And then you got the Cody Rhodes match, the Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens ladder match, I believe. But I think they're going to, John Cena's in the Royal Rumble. Also, for those of you that haven't heard, there was a deal reached between TNA and WWE. So a lot of the TNA people will be hitting like NXT. I think they're gonna start trying to bring them through NXT. Not the vets, for those of you that don't know, Hardy Boys is over there. It's a couple other wrestlers that was in the WWE. I can't get their name right now, but a couple of them are still active in TNA. But for the younger guys, the younger TNA people, I think they're gonna put them through the NXT rink, and then filter them out, and vice versa. They may put some of the NXT kids on TNA to where the Hardy Boys, yeah, Matt and Jeff Hardy, yes, Commander. I said, man, if they, I would. So now that I know that, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the Hardy Boys would be in the Royal Rumble. I could see which one is it. Jeff Hardy is the Matt Hardy is the one that's like delete, 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 right? That's the yeah. Jordan Grace is heading over there. Yeah, so I think she'll be in the women's Royal Rumble, and that's what I think that's pretty good timing because she can help some of the NXT girls that probably will enter the Royal Rumble, as well as add to the roster of Raw has to have a roster, right? Because they got Rhea Ripley. Oh, Rhea Ripley. I think Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax may be having a match on the main event as well. They had an altercation on Raw. I believe they are Commander. We used to think that Edge and Christian were brothers, but we never. Well, we know that that's not true now. But I'm pretty sure that the Hardys are actual brothers. If they ain't, boy, they got us good. They got us good from the gate. Some 25. What was damn? It's almost 30 years they've been in wrestling, right? The Hardy Boys. So but I believe they are brothers. Uh, yeah, they're brothers, and they're brothers. So, but like I said, because they was the rivals of Edge and Christian for so long, and that's why we always thought like they was brothers. It's not like the Dudley Boy brothers, right? That's his half brother. No, no, these are like full blooded brothers. The black and white brother that used to kill me all the time, right? But yeah. So I think that signing is going to make this Royal Rumble just a bit more interesting. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some people we haven't seen in a while. I'm pretty sure Charlotte Flair is gonna come back in that Royal Rumble. Uh, I listen. I think Jade Cargill been going for a little while. I wouldn't be surprised if she pop up in the Royal Rumble just to find out. My bad, 33 brother. I knew you was in the background. I didn't get to it. I wouldn't be surprised she pop up, but you know that's just my opinion. She's been out for a little while. What up, though?
What up, though? My bad, bro. I'm late. I was talking to mom. Mom said, "What up, though?" Too. She was like, "I like Gary. He knew, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, since you've been coming around, he ain't new, but you ain't been around that long." Mm, mm.
Yeah, we had a dope conversation in yesterday's live. It was shout out to this man. Shout out to your live last night. Your live was very it was very energetic, to put it mildly, right? While you was getting your question and answering session on, we was having our own question and answering in the chat. And I was on the panel and the chat, so I was just all over the place, right? Shout out to Commander. She held it down.
Yeah, shout out to
Commander
Commander.
and Righteous and you know, Mama Word and Ace U. We was just having conversations all over the place last night. But what did I miss in the Nia Jax situation after she beat did they make that an official match, Nia and Rhea Ripley?
Yeah, shout out to I want to say what up to Realist and Commander real quick before what
Mm-hmm.
up though Realist, appreciate you bro. What up Commander? But yeah, so yeah, I heard some of the uh okay, I ain't gonna pick with you yet. I'll wait till a little bit later. But yeah, it's a couple matches, bro. Um, whatchamacallit fight LA Knight fighting the other dude in the bloodline too.
Who? Tangaloa?
Saturday. Yeah, yeah. He fighting
Oh,
Tonga Loa. They made that match Naya and Rhea. It was another one too. It was another one too. But yeah, there's a couple matches for the Saturday night. They got a full card.
I know. Yeah, I knew for sure that Braun, because Braun and Sheamus was fighting, and Gunther and Jay was
Yeah,
fighting.
yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
heard we're like, listen, we're gonna fight. Listen, me and you we fighting, but I didn't know they made it official because I was trying to catch that main event tonight. I caught it, but I caught some of it, and then I just seen what Sammy did at the end.
Buns
That's
versus
all.
Capes. It's gonna be Buns versus Capes.
Mm,
Remember the last time they fought Rhea Ripley, shook her butt in her face, so she might want some get back from that.
uh,
They gave her the stink face.
she gave her a stink face. So we got it. Well, I don't know if Candace is gonna be in the corner, so we gotta watch out for that. I don't, but so those are I think they may make another maybe two more matches, and then I think the rest of that is gonna be like interviews of people going into the Royal Rumble, which will be the Saturday after that. So it's
Well,
it's it's
one of the
good.
spectacles is the signing. So we're gonna see that Shawn Michaels headline that he gonna mediate the
Oh
signing.
yeah, right,
Yeah, so
right.
uh, it should be it should be alright. Do people got
Yeah.
cable yet?
What Saturday night main event?
Yeah,
I think that should be. No, I don't think so. I think that's on regular television. I think it's on NBC,
Peacock. Yeah,
Peacock, and NBC. I think
yeah. So that should be
they'll
dope.
strip it. Yeah, so it's I just think they just trying to brush up or prepare us for a wild Royal Rumble. I was just naming some of the male participants, and I was just telling everybody how the TNA signing may influence a couple of wrestlers from TNA to come into the Royal Rumble. I just hope the Hardy Boys ain't one of them because I could see Matt just trying to delete everybody and just get his ass thrown out the ring in about 2 seconds. I can see
Don't
that,
they
but
don't they got an age limit?
nah, what do you
Nah, cause Rey
mean?
Mysterio in it. Yo, it says.
Man, I remember they had Roddy Piper come back and he ain't fought in 20 years. So all the slaughter fought in it. So it's more like a quick appearance. I didn't see the J did I didn't see what JBL appearance on the Netflix. Did you catch that?
I seen him. I seen something at that time. I think that's when my daughter took my phone and ran. Um, yeah, and she was terrorizing me today. She just went to
Because I
sleep.
don't. Oh, look at you! Isn't that nice? I don't. I think if he does make an appearance, that may be possible. But I'm trying to see who else would make that appearance.
Uh,
I don't know which older person. I know John Cena is going to be one of the oldest, unless they bring somebody like I don't think they'll bring Kurt Angle back. Uh, I don't know who else.
Jeff Jarrett. Oh
But I
man.
thought I'm just trying to imagine who would come back because I know he's on a retirement. Goldberg.
Oh yeah, Goldberg might come back.
Goldberg
But
might come and
did he
have a
officially?
retire. No, this is his retirement. This is his retiring merry-go-round as well. So Jeff Jarrett, John Cena, and Goldberg is having like a retirement merry-go-round. So
Mm,
that'll be very, very weird. I know the Undertaker ain't coming back. I ain't worried about that, but it's just the uniqueness of when you think of the Royal Rumble, you always try to guess who's coming back, right? Because you know somebody that hasn't fought in maybe 20, 25 years. So I'm just trying to. I don't think Batista will Batista make an appearance. I don't
man,
think so. I don't.
Batista ain't never wrestling again. You know how much weight he lost? That dude, man, Ozempic, man.
He's
That's the poster child for Ozempic, man. He done lost that boy like a stick figure. He looked like the action figures now. He about the same size. If you weigh him in his action figure, they'll probably be the same weight. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
he
just
done wrestling. He'll get broke. He ain't got no muscle, bro. Like, you can't lose muscle mass that quick. Man, what is my dog doing? I know she
who
ain't looking
knows,
at that. Nola, my bad, bro.
but yeah, Batista. I can't. I don't know. You know, who I haven't seen in a while. What's the dude name? Oh God, what's his name? Alberto Del Rio. I don't think he'll come back, but
I
that's
thought that
like
was a
maybe one of the
baseball
people.
player.
You don't remember Alberto Del Rio?
Uh, I remember
Oh,
Prince Albert. I remember.
nah, Alberto Del Rio was a world champion in WWE. He was
Mm,
from Mexico. Was it Mexico? I think he was from Mexico. Yeah, because he used to be with Ray. Damn, Ray Mysterio. Oh, he used to be with Ray Mysterio. Uh, he fought John Cena a couple times. Right, really? Yeah, Alberto Del Rio. Yeah, see, he was there for a
yeah.
while, but I haven't seen him fight in about. It's been about 15 years, maybe 10. But it's been a while since he fought, so I would be shocked if he come back. As long as they ain't doing nothing like what's the Mark Henry, one of them guys. Booker T better not come back this year. He better go sit his ass down for real.
Man, did you see that fight with him and Zilla Fatu?
No, I did not catch that fight. I heard about it. I was trying to get, but I'm like, I can't.
It was on
I,
YouTube. It was dumb. They jumped him. It was like some gauntlet match. He was doing good. He just didn't pin nobody. And then it's like 4-on-1, so it's a wrap after that. Okay, Nola, gone. Gone.
so
Go play with
you
some
know,
snow or something. Go build a
and
snowman.
with the females is the same thing, right? Which Mickey J better not come back. I can see her coming back though. Mickey J. Didn't we just see which one of the Bella girls did we see? We saw John Cena's old girl. I wouldn't be surprised she pop up. Uh, it's so well, you know, it's so many females that come in and out, but I like even with the like I was saying about the TNA for the men, I think it'll help the women too, because you know we were just talking about how the Raw Women's division is like very dry, right? You know, we just seen what happened with Damage Control. They barely beating PFC. PFC, they just trying to have a crew. They don't even fight singulars no more. They made Shayna look like a wimp. They got Zoe, she's confused. And what's her girl name? I almost called her Cruella Deville. But that's her last name is Seville. But I just think it's time for them to spice it up. They got to spice up the women's division because Rhea is only thing like right now. First, we got to find out who's going to be where, right? Because we, like I said, we just saw Nia and Bailey fight. They both on SmackDown, so we don't even know who's going to go where officially. I
Mm.
think that's not going to occur till after the Raw. the Rumble. So, I guess we have to like really wait till the Rumble. Like, after the main event Saturday, they're gonna have, the shows leading up to the Rumble. They probably have I saw the Latino chick from the show 90. Oh,
They
wow.
need to, they need to stop bringing old people in. Just it's too many young, fresh people in NXT who can come in. And like you said, now they got that contract with TNA. What was that one lady name who was on steroids all buff now? She's like a little man. Um, yeah, her the little buff one. She popped into WWE a couple times. She was in last year's Royal Rumble. She popped in there. She was the TNA knockout champion, but she lost the belt. So I thought they was gearing up to bring her to WWE anyway. So I mean, they got when it comes to the women roster, they got a lot of up and coming women who can come in and make a big impact. So I'm interested to see what they do with these stable of women instead of keep having these old people come. Charlotte Flair, she had her promo. She could be coming back. You always
Yeah,
leave room for Becky Lynch,
Jordan
even
Grace.
though she making. Yeah, Jordan
Jordan
Grace.
Grace. That's her name. Thank you, realist. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like when they made this, I had no choice but to who are they going to pluck, who they going to pick, put there. I think Jordan Grace will give. I think Jordan Grace will give Tiffany Stratton a great match.
Yeah, that'd be
I
good.
that'll be. I think that'll be a great match. But I don't know who's going to win the Rumble, right? But I just know that they're going to showcase some of these young ladies to just let everybody know. I know what they won't do. It will not be a main event. The WrestleMania main event they had a few years ago when the women finalized the matches. I mean, finalized the event. I don't think that's going to happen. But they trying to gear it up, right? I don't know if they setting up for the Jade and Bianca rivalry, or I don't. It's like I said, it's going to
That
be interesting because you got to find out who's coming back.
that'd be a good main event. Bianca and Jay. I mean, that'd probably be the only women event that I think would be qualified for a main event. At least night one. I think that'd be a good match. Bianca and
Now,
Jay. I can't wait to
yeah,
see that. That's gonna be huge.
that'll be a great match. Yeah, that'll be strength on strength. Uh, they they should know each other familiarity in the ring, so that would be a great match. Now, here's the question of the night. Now we know that Jay is getting ready to fight Gunther. Is it possible that Jay can win that match on Saturday night's main event? Or is it plausible? We know it's possible. Do we think it's going to really happen?
Hell no. They always like to screw Jay. Bro, that'd be fire. And I think it'd be a better storyline for the belt because say if Jay win the belt and Roman win the Rumble, now he got to choose between Jay and Cody to fight. I think that'd be a good storyline. You know,
I agree with that. And I'm just afraid if Jay does win it, I don't think he'll make it to WrestleMania because they're gonna put
yeah,
him in that. What's that other match? Not the one. Not Raw. Is it the eliminate? What is
elimination
that?
chamber.
Elimination change? Yeah, I
Yeah,
think they'll take it from him there.
yeah. If he
Yeah,
win
I
it,
agree with
he
you.
only gonna have it for a minute. He only gonna hold
Right.
it for a minute if he win.
He might hold it to the limit. I don't see him holding it to WrestleMania. Right. Well, I take that back. I can see that, and I can see Braun Breaker winning at WrestleMania.
You want Brian Breaker to win the belt so bad, man.
I'm just saying you gotta go with the freshest talent that you got.
You got a belt
You can't.
already, bro. Stop trying to take it from Jay. Let me have my dream, bro. Let Jay be the champion for
I'm,
like a
but
year.
I'm not the story. I'm not the story writer. You see how fast they gave it to Braun, but they gave it back to him. That's what I'm saying. I could see them doing it like they have a tendency of holding on to storylines too long. Like
Yeah,
that
that was
Seth Rollins and Drew, they should not have had that fight already. I mean, that fight was how many times you gonna see that? You know what I mean? He mad at everybody, right? So then and you turn around and have the match again. Well, y'all can settle all that at WrestleMania. I mean, excuse me, Royal Rumble. All three of y'all just go in there and just throw each other. All three of y'all throw each other out. I don't know how that's possible, but y'all just throw each other out and see what's happening. You know what I mean? So, but that would, I mean, it would be nice to see. You have to like they not even using him right. You got to capitalize on his momentum, right? He got all the momentum. It's bad enough y'all made him an individual in the bloodline, right? And then y'all took him out, and now y'all got him doing absolutely nothing until the Saturday night main event. I want him to win. I do. I just don't know what they're gonna do with Gunther if he loses, because there's no like what are they gonna push him to SmackDown to fight Cody again for the belt this time? You see what I mean? Like I don't know how that works. So it's
they can sit him
we
down and
all
work on his.
speculating.
They just sit him down and work on his dad, but that's what they do.
Yeah, Willis Jay has been working. He really held it down. He definitely held it down once Roman left. What's going to happen with Solo? What do you think is going to happen with him?
He gonna turn into a chauffeur.
He going to
He
turn
gonna
into
be
Benson?
he gonna be a driver for Sami Zayn.
You said Sami Zayn.
Yeah, he gonna be Sami Zayn's driver.
Mm, I can't with you.
You know, the 27th coming up, and that's when Roman is supposed to, you know, formally declare he's a tribal chief or do his formal entrance. Because we ain't see him after the match neither.
Right.
Bro, that's he must be going still through some stuff with his leukemia or something because it's like we know the loser set out for a while, but you won, bro. You supposed to be making an appearance, and that was huge. You know, first Netflix getting the Ula follow back, and we don't see you for a while. That was the problem with you holding the belts, bro.
Shit, Cody ain't fight nobody.
You seen him though, like
That's all we doing. We
even
looking at him making appearances. But he did go on that. He did go on that. He did go on that journey from like COVID to like 2022, 2023, where we seen him all the time. So I think some people got tired of him. That's why I think they took the belt because they're like, yo, we gotta slow this down. And I think that's what happened. So I know, shout out to Solo too, because Solo, I mean, he did wrestle for the entire year. Like he was doing he was making his appearances, fighting all those little fights, even though he didn't win no major belt or whatever the case may be. But he held it down for the year too. So shout out to Rakishi's kids because they really was holding it down. Jay everywhere and Solo for the actual the bloodlines, part 1 and 2. But he deserves a break. So if he's fatigued because he can't win the big one, I understand that too.
that's gonna be another storyline. Solo and Jacob.
You think so? Yeah, I can see that
Yeah,
because that gives Roman the time not to worry about. He can try to get the belt back. He need that necklace back. He feel naked, real. He feel naked. His neck feels naked without that hula pala. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is like for a wrestling fanatic. This is like the time where you could speculate, right? Because you like there's nothing really happening, right? There's no okay, what's going to happen? Because everything is leaning towards the Rumble, and when they start adding this, and this is like their free agency too. This is when they'll add a couple people. They may add the Zilla Fatu. They may add the dude coming from oh god the Trick Williams. They may
Well, that
know,
Trick, yeah.
yeah they this is their like free agency part, right? I don't know if no, I don't think they're gonna bring the NXT champ. They may bring them into the Rumble to fight, but I don't think they put the belt on them just to move them up to NXT, the WWE. What's his name? Ofi Kimi,
Obi
whatever.
Flynn, Obi
Oh,
Flynn.
Do we think Big E's going to be in a Rumble?
I thought that's why they was doing all this. Like I thought that's why they had knew they turned because he was coming back. Like he was gonna actually wrestle. That's the only sense it makes because if he ain't gonna never wrestle again, I mean that whole what's the purpose of having them like kind of threaten them like we could have did this to him, we could have, they should have just left the. I don't know. That's stupid too. They had what's his name?
I'm gonna call the Consequence of Creed. Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods
Xavier
and
Woods.
what's the other dude name? Kofi. They had
Kofi
Kofi coming out.
Kingston from Jamaica.
Yeah, these boys coming out in all black like they from the hood or something, wearing hoodies. Like, bro, y'all was just walking around here with hot pink tights on. Ain't nobody believe that. Now you
Well, I
now
ain't
you
believe.
hood. Now you,
I can't believe Kofi anyway because he was supposed to be Jamaican, but he's from South Africa. How did that even work? But they've been bothering him about that for about 15 years. Like, hey, what happened to your accent? Mama don't love him. Mama left him hanging. They going through some things. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to like you really sit back. Okay, who's been out for a while? Uh Randy Orton? Nah, I don't know if he'll make the Rumble. I think that'll be John Cena's last match will be with Randy Orton. I think that'll be his last match. I don't see unless they're gonna make him fight for the belt, he lose and then he retires officially. Or
man, the
maybe
way
they'll
they
send him
going,
to TNA. What if they send him to TNA and he wins the belt?
yeah, that could be cool. Because right
That
now, bro, they gonna find a way to bring all Hurt back in a minute, bro. All the other bullshit they doing.
recipes. Oh Lord.
Bruh, I'm saying like you get all these people here ready to go and you bring all these old washed up people back. Like you might as well bring back on. Like, hey, God, we need a favor. Can we just borrow on for a day or two and then we'll send them back? Like we need them to wrestle. That's the type of shit they on, bruh.
Just don't bring him back as a blue blade. You so foul. They gonna get you. They gonna get you. Sterling gonna come back and ask you some more questions as soon as you go live. Watch. Leave Owen alone.
Man, I'm ready. I've
Nah,
been practicing all day.
you've been practicing.
Mm-hmm.
Ah
All day I've
man.
been practicing.
What's that lady? Commander, what's that lady name from last night?
Mellow.
Mala? Is it Mala too? She
Mellow
coming
too.
back. She coming
She got
back. She
80.
going
Them soft boys. Them soft.
Tay gonna
Bring
come
back
up and ask
Mellow.
more
Uh,
questions.
there we go.
You said Naga? I did not see Naga on your live yesterday.
No, it was like a week ago.
Oh, the day before, whatever it was, whatever live I wasn't on, he was on it, or he was up there. I ain't see a lot of people. A lot of people have been missing lately. But anyway, uh, yeah, I had so many things to watch. Look, I'm trying to watch Netflix. I'm trying to watch college football. That's over with. I'm listen. I'm so glad that's over with because they ain't do right in the first place. They had too many people. They had too. They picked the wrong people, put people in the wrong places. Made they made college football look real crazy this year. But it's over. Congratulations once again, Ohio State. But they can't do that no more. I'm just saying. But for the rest of y'all, for the rest of the wrestling fans, tomorrow is NXT. Was we talking about the Bianca and Naomi match being tomorrow or next week?
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, it's tomorrow because they said when I was watching it was SmackDown last week. They said and next week they defending the belts now, and then they go defend it next week on NXT. That's why I'm like, what? And then I seen the poster. So I think if I'm not mistaken, it's tomorrow.
So what we're saying is that NXT and tomorrow's NXT, Bianca Belair and Naomi may be facing Lash Legend and Jakar. What's his name? Jakari Jackson,
Hmm.
something like that. But I see they about to break them. They're gonna break them up soon too because they're gonna have to be they're gonna have to be individual wrestlers. They promote Lash Legend. I think she got like a YouTube channel, her and Trick. So I won't be surprised if they break them up and make her individual. But she's gonna need more time too because she fights just like Jade. So they're going
Yeah,
they I mean
she kind of stuck.
they're gonna have to develop her a little bit more. So I don't know if Jakar Jackson will make the trip first, but or they just gonna let
They're gonna bring them.
Lash
They're gonna bring them
fight
together.
like fight like somebody like Dakota Kai, somebody or Meechin. They do Meechin so wrong. That's realest little homegirl, Meechin.
I like Misha.
That's realest homegirl. So you know, I like I said, I just think they're gonna do. I don't. Do y'all think Chelsea Green's gonna make an appearance on the main event because they need an extra match or two?
Man, she kind of worthless too. Like she alright, she better than Bailey, but like Meechin would have been hyper with the belt, man. Like they get these, like they be having these, I guess storylines or ideas or whatever. Now she coming out like she the president and old girl Secret Service. Like you from Canada and you lame as hell. Like don't nobody care. Ain't
Because
nobody care.
they didn't mention Lyra to defend the belt or anything like that, right? So I know she
That's
just
my
got the
belt.
belt. You know, I know she just got it, but I don't think they mentioned her with a belt. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, we know that, like I said, we know that they got three belts on the line now because we just confirmed that Rhea is going to be. Well, is that for the title? Rhea and Nia?
I think it is. It gotta be. That's the only time Rhea fight is when she got the belts for the title. So I'm pretty sure it is. But man, Rhea go. I don't know, man. Rhea go. I'm a Lions fan, so I'm losing hope again in things. So I'm gonna be quiet.
Here he go.
I've been
I
hearing
ain't wrong.
people all day drag the Lions, and I'm looking like, bruh, what did you expect? Like at the end of the day, we the Lions, man. Either we gonna win big or we gonna fall. One or two things gonna happen. So either one, hey, when we up, I'm gonna enjoy talking shit. When we down, I'm gonna practice being quiet. That's it.
Look,
That's practice. I'm at practice mode now, bro. So.
Yeah, even when you talk about that and the playoffs this weekend, right? I'm like I don't know what valuable means, right? Like MVP, right? But if I put a team on my back for the majority of the season, I don't care what position it is. You can I guess because we never played the sport, it's going to sound like we're nitpicking.
That need to go
But
to
for y'all,
Saquon, is what you're saying.
yeah, I don't because there's no way in the world if a man is chasing history, how could y'all not consider him to be the MVP?
Not even that, bro. I mean, look when Saquon go, they win. When he look, what game has he been shut down? So we can't get that sample of what how they do when he ain't around, but we know they win when he on, and it's because he got them yards and touchdowns, man. That's just what I mean. Saquon been carrying these teams. Jalen Hurts. I mean, I ain't saying it's easy to throw a football, but when you look at the difficulty level of what they both accomplished, the nod to go to Saquon. It's harder to accomplish what he did than all these other quarterbacks. They throwing the ball. They dependent on people blocking and catching the ball. With Saquon, just depending on you blocking. Like if you do your job, I can do mine. It ain't with Allen and Lamar. They can have all them yards, but what if the people didn't execute? So what do the executors get too? Because they had good years too. Everybody had good years, but Saquon, that's a wrap, bro. They ain't gonna do it because
Yeah, I
they
don't
don't
think
have
they'll
the.
do it. I don't think they'll do it either because when you look at Lamar Jackson, right, he did have Derrick Henry on it. Like Derrick Henry was on pace to do so too, but they all did the same. Like Saquon and Derrick Henry, they had the same problem. They tried to make their quarterback look good, so you take the ball from the running back and throw the ball. That doesn't help it, but
Mhm.
you know let's let's just say for like if you look at the game Sunday, right? Derrick Henry only had 16 touches. You can't win the game, and it was snowing. How he only got 16 touches?
Yeah, yeah, that was wild. That
Wait,
was
what?
wild.
How you got 16 touches knowing good and well y'all need that man to control the line of scrimmage and to control the clock? You run the ball. Or at least have a read option. Y'all just trying to make LaShawn Jackson. Yeah, y'all just making Lamar Jackson look like they making him. They trying to turn him into a RG3. That's gonna hurt him. That's gonna hurt his game.
Just
You
let
see what
that
happened.
man do what he do. Yeah,
Right, let
let
him
him
do
do
what he
what he
do.
do.
Right,
That's
but
crazy.
because
You get
okay,
you get a quarterback like Jared Goff. The organization build a team around what his strengths and weaknesses is. You get a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, they tell you to fit in and do this and do that. Like, come on, man. That's a once in a generation talent. Even y'all poster boy Jaden Daniels, that he's no Lamar Jackson. He's just
no,
not.
not
He's
at all.
not. He's no Lamar Jackson. So I mean, when you get that, it's common sense to tell you to build a team around that, his strengths, his weaknesses. That's what you do. But they want him to fit into something like, bro, y'all wow.
We want you to be a part. Why do I need to be a part? Like even in like the that last touchdown that will get the game close, right? He had about 15 seconds. I'm like, okay, what are you gonna do? You gonna run the ball like any other time? One, two, three, run. You sitting in the pocket, patting the ball, patting the ball, patting the. You had no choice. But if you didn't get a touchdown, they were gonna talk about you. So you know, it's just hard though to establish, that dominant like that dual quarterback. They don't want the dual quarterback, right? They want that pocket quarterback. That. The only reason why they don't say Patrick Mahomes because Patrick Mahomes don't run like that. He'll dink and donk you now, so they don't care.
Yeah.
but he already got him solidified. He's the 2020 the 20th the 2020 GOAT, meaning this decade's GOAT, right? So you can't do that. Like look at CJ Stroud, right?
Uh-huh.
You got these quarterbacks in the same like field. CJ Stroud, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. You got all of them in the same predicament, right? And they trying to make them they trying to make them pocket passes. Uh, I don't know. Well, I don't want to talk about that hiring because I don't want you to
Oh
choke
no, no,
Chicago.
no. No, it's
But
good.
you
You
know,
know, 'cause
I don't know what that hiring will do for I don't know what Ben Johnson could do for him because he's not Jared. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not Jared. Caleb was not Jared Goff either. So I don't know. I guess it's going to show what type of coordinator or head coach he can be.
man, he gonna have fun with Caleb, bro. He gonna do his thing with Caleb. I think he get more. Caleb is like hitting the hooker on steroids, bro. It's, it's, it's like he got so many options because he got a mobile quarterback now. So a lot of those things you seen, like think about, they threw a pass to Jared Goff, bro. Imagine what he can do with Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
Jared Goff catching passes. So I mean, it's just, and as long as Moore stay there and they keep Keenan Allen, they got dominant receivers. They had two, dominant receivers. That's all he need, bro. He can find a tight end. He gonna poke some people from the Lions, bro.
Come on. You think so?
Man, I'm telling you, if they don't pay Jameson Williams, he going to the Bears, bro. I'm telling you.
He gonna be the backup quarterback? you gonna throw, you gonna throw the interception? You gonna throw the interception? That'll be crazy. That'll be so crazy. But it it and then the expectations of the rookie quarterbacks is it was on high alert anyway, right? But you got Bo Nix that made the playoffs. You got uh Jaden Daniels that made the playoff. Caleb started off good and then we don't know what happened. So, so the expectations of these quarterbacks is going to be a little bit high. I don't think they can do that as well. But it's it just goes, it just goes to show you how important the quarterbacks are. And it especially shows if you can be a mobile quarterback, how important you are. So, I know that Shador Sanders is coming out. I don't consider him to be a mobile quarterback, but I also, I don't also see him being the first quarterback pick. I really don't. I'm not saying that he's not a first round pick. I'm just saying I don't think he dropped. Uh I just think that he'll be maybe in the late like the late first round pick, like 22, 27, 22 to 32, if not an early second round pick. But those are the chances that you take when you get these those high draft picks because they get a certain amount of guaranteed money, and then you feel like you got to play them right now, and so on and so forth. Like everybody think that Shador is going to the Raiders, right, to be with Brock Bowers. Now Brock Bowers set rookie records for the tight end this year, so it's it's understandable. But Cam Ward, obviously, I think he had a better year than Shador, obviously, because he was a Heisman candidate. So I don't know how you skip Heisman candidates and draft somebody who wasn't a Heisman candidate before that. That's the point of being a Heisman candidate. It improves your stock. It improves your position in the draft, so to speak. So I don't know if that's the way they're going, but it just gonna look strange because there's not that many good quarterbacks coming out. So I don't even know how that works.
We should do a mock draft for the first 10 picks. I think that'd be fun. We should do a mock draft.
That'll be when's the draft? I think the draft is April
Probably around my
24th.
birthday.
It
Yeah,
is around your birthday. It's going to be on your birthday. I think that's the second day, 24, 25, 26. We doing
25th
a
is my
birthday party
birthday.
this year. I know what your day is. We doing a birthday party. I spoke to
But don't nobody
HR.
like me like that.
We spoke to HR.
You
HR
wanna
got
get
some
you
HR
wanna get
cooking.
bro, if you wanna get people there to celebrate me to a funeral, that's when they come celebrate, not a birthday.
I I almost drop kicked your ass. Dude. I almost dropped you myself. Don't say
Man,
that.
bro, I don't know what my phone did. That mother just shut off. It was like, nah, Ninja, it's cold out here. It just shut off. I'm like, oh damn, I wasn't even touching it.
Yeah, you guys be careful, man. Well, across America, y'all be safe out there. They talk about this thing dropping to zero type plus wind chill factors. So, not just in the north, in the south, the west, the mid east, the Atlantic coast. They talk about this thing dropping. They talking about Florida get ready to get some snow to ball. Anything possible now.
Say, this is what y'all get. But I thought it was cool to drop all them thick women. Now you about to need them in the cold. And what you gonna do?
And like I was watching those football games. Like I was watching the Buffalo game. I see the Philly game too, but Buffalo was getting that kind of cold, ball slippery, fumbles all over the place. Lamar Jackson trying to pick up the ball and throw it, and he fumbled it again. You know, playing in these weathers is crazy. But as a kid, that's one thing. We used to go out there and play anybody that was around snow. You go outside and hey, it's snowing. Let's go play tackle football. It wasn't always about making snow, man. Look, you could play tackle on the concrete. Some of us were playing tackle on the concrete regardless, right? We didn't
Without
even
the
care.
snow. You,
Right, without the
you,
snow. Hold on, don't tackle me. The car coming. I'm taking your ass
if you
down.
about to get
Right?
hit, you better run to the glass. Cause I'm gonna still hit you. I used to run through people, bro. Like I'm gonna just run through you on the cement. You just gonna fly back. But nah, man. Let me stop talking to myself. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And like you said, when you become an Eisner, you should get some type of benefit from it. I mean, you are like top in the country or something at your position at minimum, but often it's just it's business, bro. It's business. But I don't think the Raiders gonna get Shador. They picking what, like fifth or sixth?
They're fifth.
Yeah, bro.
They're
They got to
fifth.
get past Cleveland, bro, and the Titans.
I don't think. I don't. Hmm. I think. I because I don't think the Giants is going to pick a quarterback.
Oh shit! Why wouldn't they? They got to.
Who they
That's
going
one
to
of the
pick?
Cam. I mean, who picking one? Somebody funny picking one.
The
Somebody
Titans.
yeah, they might 'cause, I mean, if you're the Titans, you will either pick one of the quarterbacks or Travis Hunter. Like, do you want one of them quarterbacks or do you want Travis Hunter? That's your decision unless you trade up.
They may get a goofy lineman.
Nah,
I might pick a line. I'm telling you, these people that is so different because I know for sure like Dion is not going to allow. Nah, he going to check. He think he Archie Manning. He ain't Archie Manning, but he think he's close enough to where he can make sure his kid don't get picked there or they gonna trade him or something. He will do that.
Man, you ain't hear what
I,
he said. He said the only way well, he didn't say the only way he will, but he was like, if I coach in the NFL, I'm coaching both of my kids. Like he want both of his boys on the same team. So I don't know how that's gonna happen, but
well, he ain't coaching in the NFL.
unless you have some crazy organization to let him come in and pick one in the first round, the other one in the second round. I mean,
He ain't
I
coaching
think
'cause unless Shiloh gets a free agency, they're not going to be drafted to the same team.
Shiloh. I think he a third, fourth round pick.
He is, but I don't think he's going to go to them. Wherever Shador is going, I don't think he'll be going to them.
Shit, if they pick him in the second round, that's what I'm saying. Like if they get a franchise crazy enough to let him do what he want, he can get both of them boys. He can get one in the first, one in the second. Because at best, I think Shador go late second. I mean, he for his
I think he'll go
position.
early second, like 30, 33, 34. Like he'll be a Lamar Jackson type pick, 32, 33 in that area. He
Shiloh
has a strong
or
arm.
Shador?
No,
No,
Shador. I think
no,
that's the first
Shador
he
gonna
go.
go top 10. He going top 10. He
I
he
don't.
definitely
I
getting
don't.
drafted
I,
top 10.
I don't know how. I don't.
Bro, you
I'm
got
not
too
gonna
many
lie.
teams that's desperate for some, especially after seeing Jaden Daniels, bro. You got so many teams that's desperate because Fedor got that calm presence that you know what I'm saying. He don't get too high, get too low. He a good, quality. I think he top 15. I wouldn't say he top like 10 or 5, but I think he definitely top 15. Not only with his skills, but what else he brings. His presence.
Mm.
I mean, um, and then you look at the team, bro. You telling me the Raiders won't reach, Cleveland won't reach.
Oh no, I
Um,
know the Raiders. I know the Raiders will, and that's what I was saying. I know that they would. The question is, are they? Because see, it's
yeah,
interesting, right? Because you got Tom Brady calling games, and he part owner of a team. I don't know how the hell you can do that, but I guess with you, Tom Brady, you can do shit like that, right? Because they was trying to say Tom was going to bring Ben Johnson to Oakland or
man.
Las Vegas.
Did you see what they offered him? I don't know what he got from Chicago. When they offered this dude 90 million, 6 years,
I
90
think
mil. Like, bro,
I. He said, "Nah, I can't." But do you like? Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you this question, and I don't want people to. Why does the African or the black the African American coach get the lowest, like the lowest of lowest coaching jobs? Right? For example, they get a head coaching job, and they get like a 1 year shot, like 4-13. They get fired. Those are low, like, and they're not developing that team. So how the hell they gonna show if they can coach or not?
and that's the perception that they have on African Americans, especially in the position of authority like a coach, bro. I mean, it's you know, look, man, it is what it is. Like my grandma always said, you gonna have to work harder than people. You gonna have to be smarter than people. That's just what you gonna have to do. So if you don't do it, then that's up. That's you. And I'm like, okay, I understand. That's just the reality. That's just where we at. You know. I mean, it's they. At the end of the day, this they shoot, bro. All these owners, they not black people. So you know how they
Like,
perceive things. You just gotta see what it's worth and move accordingly. Be duly with
shout
it.
out to Oilers.
Shout out to the Raiders.
But see, that's the catch 22 about it, right? For example, right? You got you got Antonio Pierce. He did well in the interim. They trade Garoppolo. They don't give him a quarterback. He goes 4-13. What was it? 5-12 or whatever it was. They fire him for it. How are you supposed to win without a quarterback? You cannot win in the NFL with no quarterback. You got to have either a superior defense, which you can't have anymore because nobody's run stopping. You can easily get 200-300 yards a game, so that stat is going to be it's going to be rigged to an extent. So how you going to win? You need quarterback play. He didn't have quarterback play. What's the other black coach that got fired? Oh man, who got fired? I don't even remember. Oh, Gerard Mayo, New
Right, man.
England. You're not get well. You're not. He got a decent quarterback with no wide receivers. So who you throwing the ball to? See what I'm saying? You setting these people up to fail, and then they can't get those second jobs. Just to like people don't understand. Bill Belichick was a poor head coach. He was like 20 games under 500. He got a second chance. I don't think Antonio Pierce is going to get a second chance. I don't think Gerard Mayo going to get a second chance. Let Mike Vrabel go 5-12 years. I bet they won't fire him. And this is the thing this is the saddest thing about it. Like, you can't keep putting people in a no-win predicament and get mad because they're in a no-win predicament. That's what you put them there for. They need time to develop. But they ain't giving these people the time.
I heard this guy say he gave the best summary to Antonio Pierce. He said you made a mistake when you hired him, and you made a mistake when you fired him. But the mistake was made. So if you said you fired him and correct the first mistake, it's still at least acknowledge that. Like he wasn't ready to do it. So that's what they was saying. I don't know. I don't think
Yeah,
he
but
was ready for nothing. When it when opportunity presented, you kind of grow into it. So I think if he can inspire the men and get the right people, like think about the president, bro. Even that position, it's really about the people you put around you, versus you knowing everything. You put the people around you who don't know what you know. What you laughing for?
Commander said, I just noticed the word changed his avatar. He's ashamed of the lion. Took down the pick.
No, I ain't ashamed. It's not the shame thing. Is the season over? You know, just as quick as it went up, it came down just as quick.
I do.
Right.
Look, you see how fast I put the Knicks up there? I just look. It ain't nobody else playing. I got the Knicks up there. Shout out to the Pistons. They won today. Shout out to the
Yeah,
Detroit Pistons. They won today.
yeah, we still
You
win
know,
somewhere.
yeah. Uh, we're gonna have that conversation in the next couple of weeks too. If we gonna do we might as well do all-star picks for the NBA.
Mm.
We'll do that in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I
We'll
gotta
do that
look
in
at
a
the
couple of
stats.
weeks. Yeah, that's what I
I'll
said.
just
We'll
go
do
by
that
my
in a couple of weeks.
popularity.
No, I can't. That's nah. I'm not doing no popularity because they
Oh
doing that now. No, I'm
no.
saying yeah, they're doing that now. They got see who they got there. They got LaMelo Ball, right? Now they ain't winning nothing. They got him as the overall the overall guard that's getting the picks. So people like Cade Cunningham, they're gonna get snubbed because he taking a spot that should have went to somebody like Dame Lillard. Not Cade Cunningham. I'm talking about LaMelo Ball or Brunson or one of those people, right? But
Mm-hmm.
now when you got somebody that's brand new, Donovan Mitchell's gonna get his picks, right? Because he's a two guard. Then you got Tatum, Brown, and I think Cat is leading uh the center position because I think people are fed up with Joel Embiid. But when you go with somebody like the Melo Ball, and to be honest, you know, Cade Cunningham don't get that recognition because they don't get that they don't get that airtime on TV, right? And like I said, they playing good ball. I seen what they did with I seen what they did to the Knicks. I see Tobias Harris playing a little bit better. I see Tim Hardaway making a couple shots down the line. I mean, I know somebody just got hurt. Who is it that just got hurt?
Did Jay
The other
Knight
guy.
come back yet?
Yeah, no, he ain't coming back. He ain't come. He broke his leg.
Somebody else got hurt?
No, no, that's what I was talking about. Jay and Ivory.
Oh,
They. That's what I was talking about. When you got people like that, and then you know they're not, TNT. They're not going to play on TNT. They're not going to play on ESPN, right? Because they're a couple of years of sub 500 basketball. So nobody ain't going to see Kay Cunningham unless you actually follow the sport, right? Like I follow the sport, so I'm like, okay, I see he's at 23-9 and things of that nature. He's averaging a triple double last week, or things like I follow that, so it's a difference. But if the coaches don't see it, then there's a problem. You see what I mean? Like y'all play against this man, y'all know what this man can do. So the popularity contest, which is the starting five, like LeBron is always going to make it because he's popular. Kevin Durant is going to make it because he's popular, right? But when you say LaMelo Ball is all of a sudden popular, he ain't never sniffed that many picks before ever. But I guess Charlotte's like, yo, we just going to make him relevant. So now you take it away from a Kay Cunningham, a Garland from the Cavaliers who's playing outstanding basketball.
yeah, that boy ball.
Right. So now look, I just said those two. Now you gotta pick which one of those two is worthy of the spot, right? Because you're gonna get two guards in the beginning, and then they're gonna have to pick two guards to back up those two guards. So somebody's gonna get snubbed. So we already know there's a snub coming somewhere, right? So who is it gonna be? Is it gonna be Garland? Is it gonna be Jalen Brunson? Is it gonna be Kate Cunningham? Is it gonna be I don't even know. They might try to say Tyler Hero. I don't know. Zach LaVine. Like you see what I'm saying? It's all because of the fan vote. The fan vote it helps, but it hurts because you giving up. Like this will be his first. If LaMelo Ball gets picked, this will be his first All-Star game, right? He never was picked before, so I don't even know how the popularity got to him in the first place. Well, I do, but his brother just made an album.
He on YouTube too, bro. Like,
right?
This is even like you can be popular from the media or social media now. Like, look at Ryan Garcia. His popularity is through social media. He got more followers than people got fans. His followers, it just gets them the attention. Now he can get some followers to watch boxing, but them followers don't care about boxing. They want to see Ryan. They don't want to see him get beat up. But
right.
So I started saying LaMelo almost sold the Ball family. His brother made the music. But Melo been people like not even him, but people clipping him.
Right.
Fun, exciting things he do within the game.
And that's the thing I'm saying. So with that happening, you're going to lose somebody, right? Like they saying that on the West Coast, right? Like you got LeBron, you got KD, and you got Jokic, right? Now they're gonna say who's gonna be the next power forward? Is it gonna be Anthony Davis? Is it gonna be Sabonis from the Kings? Is it gonna be Sengun from the Rockets? Is it
popularity contest? It's AD.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's always a snub. It's always a snubbing that goes on, and that's the thing. That's the thing that makes it bad because What does a person like? Y'all make it seem like a person got to score like 40 points to get popular, and y'all don't have y'all shoot too many threes, so slam dunks ain't even hitting like that no more, right? You got to have great handles, and you got to pull up from like 40, right? That's the only way people won't make it, right? So the back to the the back down to the basket is about to be obsolete. It's about to be like respect. It's gonna be watered down. It ain't gonna mean nothing no more. So these are the things that I'm saying. Like people got to work. They got to work on their craft. That's why you got seven. You got when I ain't even say Wimbyama, right? Look, right, I ain't even count him, and he's 7'4" with a handle and
Bro, did
shooting
you
from
see
30.
what John Morant did to that man?
Yes, I did. That's what I'm trying
Took
to
his
tell you.
manhood, bro.
And if I'm not mistaken, is he even in the top? He may be in the top uh, vote getters, but that's what I'm saying.
He revoked his
He
green card. Wait, did you?
listen.
That was so
I felt bad for him, and it didn't even count, but it counts because you on a poster. Somebody made you a poster.
man.
You ain't get no
That
and one or
happened.
nothing. That's what I'm saying. That
No
happened.
points came behind it, bro. That happened. You threw that big with this little mighty mouse mug dunk on like that, bro. No, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
He would have been in
I
the
think
second row.
I think I'd have pushed him. Yeah, I think I'd have pushed him to the bench. Like you don't get your little.
Yeah, especially
but
if
you
don't count, man. Get the fuck out.
but those French people they get dunked on all the time. I'm just saying that's who Vince Carter dunked on, the little French dude. Victor's French. So they get dunked on all the time. So that ain't nothing new. But is it like I said, yeah, I think we'll do I'm gonna do my picks. I'm gonna do mine probably. Well, I could do it now, but I want to wait because I gotta see what the lead vote getters are now, and then find out. I'll make my picks. And the coaches are trash anyway because they only gonna pick who they want to pick. So it's just gonna be crazy. What time is it? 1 o'clock? Dang, I've been on here that long. I didn't even know.
Man, my
Look
wife
at
felt
good.
bad because all my kids ate my wings. So she brought me some wings, and I'm like, these damn things anorexic. Man, where you get these wings from? Ethiopia? Like, come on, man. These little wings, these baby chicken wings, bro. You gave me infant chicken? I'm gonna go. Man, look, they ate my chicken. I'm about to eat their chicken up, bro. I'm about to warm up their chicken. Bro, I ain't eye for an eye.
uh,
That's what the Bible
Didi, it
says.
wasn't me. Didi, I did not do it. Didi, I did not do it. I did not do it. Didi, let me look. I'm on video.
No, bro. I'm about to smash it, man. Hey, eye for eye, man.
Yeah, leave them kids
Do unto
alone, man.
others as you want others do unto you. They ate my chickens, so I'm gonna eat their chicken.
Commander, do you hear this? She said the chicken have been getting the flu. They famished.
You don't understand, bro. I had the most marinated and everything, bro. And it's like, you know, it was like my wife. I don't know. She felt, my wife Middle Eastern, bro. She don't understand. Like, you don't buy Batman six chicken with 6 pound six, and then we good, But anyway, she gave me these wings. I'm like, it's only six. It's okay. I'm losing weight or whatever. I don't need to eat that much. Next thing I know, after it's cooked, I done fed the kids and everything. My son like, Dad, I want that. I'm like, God damn it. All right, I'll give you some, son. How many you want? Three. Okay, that's half. Man, I started eating my daughter like some, mine, some. I'm looking like, huh, man, you can just don't even matter, man. My kids break all stereotypes. They say don't mess with a black man's chicken unless he your daddy. That's how my kids grew up. It's an exception to every rule. He's my daddy. I can eat a black man's chicken. Like you little. All right. Let me get down off it, bro. My earphone going dead, but I'll be in the chat, bro.
All righty. appreciate you stopping up.
Oh, for sure,
Uh,
man. Appreciate it.
yeah.
Y'all
So
ain't
we
gonna be
getting
on tonight, y'all. I'm taking my butt to sleep. Y'all crazy. All right.
no Commander. He mad because he was up to like 6 o'clock in the morning because he's being interrogated by the comedian, right? But yeah. So as we get ready to turn, I just can't believe we almost at February already, right? So we get ready to turn into the Super Bowl. We get ready to turn into the All Star Weekend. Yeah, they did. And like I told him, I thought that well, we knew, well, somebody knew that it wasn't going to be a debate. It was going to be a taming. But I just think when that happens for him, I'm happy for him, right? Because he gets to explore his teaching abilities to those that may not receive it. So when he was doing it, I just got a chance to just sit back and observe it and see what the response will be. The response ended up being other people trying to get up there and have a conversation. Looked crazy. I know he looked. That's what I'm saying. When he's at his element when he does that. So when he's in his element, I try my best not to bother him, even though I know he don't want to be long winded like that. But I think because he knew he had it, he was just flowing the way only the way he can. And that's what made it so ill. I don't know if the young man is coming back to have that conversation again. If we do, it's a blessing. But I think somebody else is going to come up and have that conversation soon. So whenever he goes on, we'll be ready for it. But you know, turn it back into the sports, right? So we got some things coming up. We're about to end the football season. We will be transitioning to the second half of the season. Like, oh yeah, he was teaching and preaching, right? And when he's doing that, man, get out his way. Just look, just stay under the pulpit. That way, the wind of God ain't gonna push it down, right? He ain't gonna knock down his own altar. So, uh, but we about to transition into the NBA. I think I have to do a basketball live because they're changing the situation at the All Star break. Right, it's not going to be 12 on 12. They're doing several teams. Uh, the way they doing it with the Unrivaled League, right? I think it'll be something to that extent. So that's why I actually am watching that so I can have an understanding of what that is. If they bring it to the All Star game, I will have a better understanding of it. But y'all give me a couple of days so I could break down what the actual All Star weekend is going to be like. I mean, I think they're going to have the slam dunk contest and all of that. But when I get it, you know, since this week is going to be dry as far as football and things of that nature, I have time to look it up. And since Sunday will be the only games, and then we got, I'm not. Let me just say this: I'm not covering the Pro Bowl because that's exhibition. But I will, post the Pro Bowlers, the All Pros and stuff like that. But they over there playing two hand touch. I mean, flag flag football or for the Pro Bowl. Then they got the sports challenges. The quarterbacks, the running backs. How can they catch what they 40 is and all that? Like They be racing each other, things like that. We'll talk about. Well, I'll briefly talk about it. If I can find some highlights, I'll put that on the wall and allow people to see it and things like that. But you know, the channel is going to be transitioning because, like I said, it's going to be strictly basketball. And I know basketball. The West Coast games start at like 10:30 Eastern Standard, so they probably won't end to like 1 o'clock. So a lot of the time, I may just, if I do come up, I'll just be speaking about the games that are finished, and there may be some games that are finishing. I may not be able to get to them. So a lot of the times, I'll probably just post it. Like after I get off here, I'll post all of the games today for MLK Day. I'll post the scores and the records for all the teams for the day, right? So, it may not be the 11:30 start. Maybe if my 33 brothers are, I may come on at 1 o'clock and talk about some of this. I don't know. But it's, for those of you that's sticking around, I appreciate y'all because at the end of the day, it's not like the NFL. Well, we know at 11:30 we could talk about all the games, whether it's Sunday or Thursday or if they're Saturday games, right? Or Monday night game. We know it's 11:30. There's no games past that. But when the NBA goes, you may have 5 games on the West Coast that all started at 10:30. So I don't, the coverage of the sport may be a little bit different because I may just, like I said, I may just talk a lot about the Eastern Conference or teams like the Chicago Bulls or Minnesota because they game start at 8, right? But Phoenix is like 9:30. Los Angeles, the Lakers and Clippers are at 10:30 Eastern time, right? The couple other teams that's around 10, the Golden State, Sacramento, teams like that. So it's going to be a little, it's going to be a little different. I appreciate you guys that are standing by to help me get through this transition. The appreciation level is so much at an elevation because you guys don't have to do it, but I appreciate you guys sticking with me, right? So we will be back Friday night after the SmackDown event to, talk about, the upcoming games this Saturday night's main event, things of that nature. So I appreciate you all stopping by. I appreciate my 33 brother coming up to have the conversations of vast variety of sports and entertainment topics. But I appreciate you guys for sitting there and allowing us to bring you the conversation, to bring you the information in the sports, to have the sporting topics that some of us or some others may not have, but we will have a lot of those type of conversations and topics right here on Sports Chat with Mr. 33. So until Friday, guys, it's Mr. 33 signing off from the Channel 9 studios. Have a safe one. Y'all stay warm. It's getting ready to be cold out there, and I'll see you guys Friday night.